Hey partner, haven't you heard? Cowboys are in. And no, I'm not talking about the latest open world western behemoth. I'm talking about Ashe, the leader of McCree's former Deadlock gang, and the latest gunslinger hero to make her way into Overwatch. If you're looking for a hero with damage, precision, and the tools to take down even the beefiest of tanks, look no further. Her main weapon and primary fire is her trusty rifle, the Viper. Firing from the hip will dole out quick if slightly weak shots. It's got some good accuracy as long as you don't go willy-nilly on the trigger, but if you're looking to get that clean headshot, you'll definitely want to use her secondary fire. She'll scope in with her rifle's sights and deal about twice as much damage, meaning that 2 headshots will dispose of most of the cast. And one very important thing to be aware of is the reload speed. The Viper has the slowest reload in the entire game, with Ashe shoving each of the 12 rounds into the gun one at a time. So make sure you constantly reload, or at the very least, find a quiet spot to fill your gun back up. If you do get ambushed though, Ashe can still escape with her coach gun ability. She'll pull out a shotgun from her holster and fire it, knocking anyone in front of you back and launching yourself backwards as well, just as Einstein intended. You can also use it to gain a little bit of speed or to propel yourself onto ledges by shooting at a wall or a floor. This gives Ashe some very welcome mobility, as well as a quick and easy way of setting up shop on high ground. But just keep in mind the coach gun does deal about 90 damage at point blank range, so don't be afraid to fire it off in someone's face or to detonate her other ability, Dynamite. Yep, no frills or fancy names here. Ashe chucks a bundle of explosives that, in all honesty, flies a lot further than I would have expected. After a couple seconds, the fuse will burn through and the dynamite will explode, causing up to 75 damage in the surrounding area, as well as burning anyone who happens to be standing nearby for another 100 damage. But if you're one of those impatient types who needs to blow things up right away, you can actually shoot the dynamite while it's still in the air. This can catch opponents off guard and have them running for their healers, crying for help as they burn. Now, if you toss the dynamite a short distance, you can actually detonate it with your coach gun if you're willing to blow the cooldown, but otherwise you're going to have to be a crack shot with your rifle in order to make it work. Finally, Ashe tops off her abilities with perhaps the most friendly ultimate in the game. When activated, she'll call down her Omnic buddy, B.O.B, to help the team out. B.O.B will crash land and run straight for where you're aiming, uppercutting enemies into the air if they get in his way. Once he hits a wall or travels far enough, he'll stop and start shooting his wrist guns like a turret. But he's nothing like Torbjorn's baby. He functions very much like a separate character. He can be healed, boosted, slept, hacked, he can push the payload or capture a point, he'll even wave at you when you greet him.
Hey.
All this while dealing some crazy damage and, at 1200 health, being an absolute beefcake of an Omnic. After 10 seconds though, he's gone, so make sure to get your hellos in while you still can. Ashe is definitely a hero that requires some practice to get just right, but I think her kit is the right mix of damage, utility, and straight up fun that really anyone can enjoy playing her. She works best at mid to long range, sniping people from afar, and then creating traps with her dynamite. Any enclosed areas or narrow paths will be a haven for you to toss your explosives into, but try not to get too close as her coach gun only provides a marginal amount of protection against quicker heroes like Genji or Tracer. Mainly, you're going to want to stick close to your teammates, especially anyone with a shield, picking people off from a distance and occasionally venturing off into high ground for a better vantage point. While Ashe can't rapid fire her rifle while aiming down sights, one thing that you can do for some good burst damage is fire a shot unscoped and then immediately scope in for a headshot, and that's a good 200 damage right there. And while it may seem that Ashe might possibly take some playtime away from heroes like Soldier 76, Widow, and funny enough, McCree, I feel like she'll settle into the meta quite nicely. She and B.O.B, in fact, do something. They bring some fresh and fun mechanics to the trusty sniper class. Thanks for watching everyone, I hope you found this guide helpful, though there will still be a lot more to figure out with Ashe as time goes on, like figuring out matchups with other heroes, finding the best spots on maps, that sort of thing. Our list of hero guides is constantly growing, so don't forget we've got 28 other characters to brush up on. I'll see you all when Hero 30 drops.